Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to each of you as we gather here today for a journey through the intricate landscape of medical devices clinical trials. I'm delighted to be your host for this webinar, where we delve into the challenges, best practices, and strategic applications of electronic data capture, aka the EDC, and safety solutions. In today's webinar, we'll dissect the challenges across pilot, pivotal, and post-market phases, offering best practices to overcome them. Our exploration extends to the tailored focus areas of EDC and safety solutions at each stage. Practical use cases will showcase strategic applications covering subjects like subject engagement, accelerated data collection, proactive data governance, real-time decision-making, and automated adverse event intake. The webinar culminates in highlighting the profound benefits of integrating EDC and safety in medical device trials, fostering collaborative excellence and ensuring regulatory compliance. Before we begin, a few housekeeping notes. This session is recorded and all participants are on mute. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A section to submit your questions and we'll be answering them during the Q&A round. Please ensure your devices are on silent mode. And if you encounter any technical issues, don't hesitate to inform us in the chat. A recording of this webinar will be posted on our website and emailed to all who have signed up. Moving ahead to today's flow of the session, we'll cover a quick round of introductions about Cloudbyz and who we are before delving into our topic and end the session with the product demo and Q&A with our experts. We value our time, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the clock to ensure we cover all the content within the allocated time frame. We encourage your active participation by submitting your questions and engaging with the speakers during the Q&A session. We are here to create a dynamic and enriching learning environment for everyone. Moving on, let me introduce to our speaker panel for today. Firstly, we have Tunir Das. He is pre-sales manager at Cloudbyz and has been associated with the industry for past 8 years. Next, we have Ved Srivastava, who is product manager at Cloudbyz and has been associated with the industry for the past 6 years. And I'm Pooja Sood, your host and coordinator for today. A quick introduction about Cloudbyz. Cloudbyz eClinical is one of the fastest growing unified clinical trial management solution in the market. We are 100% built on the Salesforce platform, which provides a unique advantage of being scalable, modular, and configurable as per your business requirements and processes. Our unified eClinical solution helps customers across all sizes, right from Fortune 500 companies to agile and nimble startups, conduct clinical trials efficiently and bring life-saving therapies faster to market and improve patient lives. Globally, we are present in 3 countries. We are headquartered in Chicago, USA, with offices in Toronto, Canada, and offshore delivery center in Bengaluru, India. This setup offers us the great advantage of servicing the customers across any time zone. Now let me take you through our eClinical platform. Our flagship product, the CTMS, enables end-to-end project management of clinical trials. The CTBM is a financial and budget management tool. Moving over to ETMF, it is a document management tool. The EDC is our data management product. And finally, the safety and pharmacovigilance product manages clinical trial safety and post-marketing pharmacovigilance. In addition to this, we recently launched a cutting-edge AI platform, the clinicalwave.ai, which comprises of ClinRedact, ClinRextract, and ClinDicom, that helps clinical trial users redact and extract PHI and PII information across trial documents and DICE images. More importantly, all our products seamlessly integrate with any of the other products. In terms of global safety regulations, our solutions are 100% compliant to FDA 21 CFR Part 11, GCP, HIPAA, and also Pledge 1%. As an organization, we are ISO 9001 and 27001 certified. And yes, we are very proud to be recognized by the Inc. 5000 as one of the fastest growing companies in America and Startup US as top 5 emerging pharmacovigilance startups. Now, without further ado, let's embark on this knowledge sharing journey together and invite my colleague Tunir to take the virtual stage and kick off what promises to be an enlightening and thought-provoking webinar. Tunir, over to you.
Sure. Thanks, Pooja, for setting the stage with the introductions about Cloudbyz and the agenda for the day. I will now take the discussion forward by discussing about the industry challenges and the best practices that are available in the med devices clinical trial space. Now, as we know, for any med device trials, there are essentially three stages: the pilot phase or the first phase, then we move to the pivotal phase, and finally the post market clinical investigation phase. So now when we come to the pilot phase, the challenges arise in the form of limited data standardization, complexities in early safety signal identification, and potential usability issues with the EDC systems. Best practices therefore dictate the implementation of meticulously standardized data collection procedures, the development of comprehensive safety surveillance protocols, and the provision of thorough user training for seamless EDC system navigation. As we transition to the pivotal phase, an amplification of the challenges manifests, including heightened data volumes, rigorous safety reporting requisites, and the continual assurance of regulatory compliance. Best practices during this critical phase involves optimization of data handling protocols, streamlined adverse event reporting through automated processes, and regular regulatory compliance audits to ensure ongoing adherence. In the post market clinical investigation phase, the focus turns to managing long term safety, integrating real world data seamlessly, and navigating the escalating complexity of patient data and safety information. Here, best practices advocate the establishment of robust long term monitoring protocols, investment in advanced data integration solutions, and the implementation of sophisticated analytics using AI driven methodologies. So with this, we will move to the next slide where we will be discussing about the specific focus areas for EDC and safety solutions in the domain of med devices clinical trials. And in this slide as well, we will be focusing on efforts per phase, which is the pilot phase, the pivotal phase, and the post-market clinical investigation phase. So in the pilot phase, the EDC aims to streamline trial processes and assess feasibility, concentrating on simplified subject management, basic ECRFs for data collection, and limited query management. Simultaneously, safety solutions focus on establishing initial safety monitoring protocols with basic adverse event reporting and safety oversights. And then as we transition into the pivotal phase, the EDC elevates its focus to comprehensive data collection and regulatory compliance, employing advanced ECRFs, real-time data tracking, interactive reports for decision support. Safety solutions in parallel pivot towards rigorous safety monitoring and compliances, engaging in real-time adverse event reporting, in-depth safety reviews, and unwavering adherence to regulatory standards. In the post-market clinical investigation phase, the emphasis for EDC shifts towards long-term data management and real-world evidences, encompassing continued data collection, integration of real-world data, and advanced analytics. Correspondingly, safety solutions focus on continuous safety surveillance and real-world safety assessments, leveraging AI-driven analytics for continuous monitoring and integration with real-world evidence platforms. Okay, so with that, we get an idea, a brief idea about the focus areas for which the EDC and safety solutions are mostly employed for. We will now take the discussion forward by looking at the main use cases in this industry where EDC and safety solutions can really help out. So I've taken a slide to just introduce those individual topics before I get into details of each of them in the following slides. So the first of the use cases is seamless enrollment, safety oversight, and predictive insights. The second one is accelerated data collection with compliance. The third is proactive data integrity and query management. The fourth one would be real-time decision making with interactive insights. And finally, last but not the least, automated adverse event intake and swift response. Now, I'll take the next few minutes to go over each of the use cases, explaining to you in details. Pooja, next slide, please. Sure, thanks. So in this slide, we'll speak about the first use case, which is strategic subject engagement and safety oversight. In this scenario, EDC subjects management takes center stage, ensuring the efficient tracking of subjects while integrating safety measures, prioritizing patient safety. The added advantage of AI and machine learning guarantees predictive insights, optimizing enrollment strategies for superior trial outcomes. Metrics to monitor include participant involvement index, safety compliance metrics, predictive precision in enrollment, real time subject tracking, and data privacy and compliance assurance. We'll move to our use case 2. So, this speaks about accelerated data collection with compliance. Here, the acceleration of data collection and adherence to compliance requirements are addressed through EDC's ECRFs, with safety applications guaranteeing timely adverse event reporting. The infusion of artificial intelligence and machine learning introduces predictive analytics, identifying potential compliance risks and enhancing the overall data driven decision making. Key metrics to assess include rapid data collection rate, timely adverse event reporting, precision in predictive analytics, monitoring regulatory compliance metrics, and finally, data quality assurance measures. So, with that, we'll move to the third use case, which speaks about proactive data governance, query management, and AI enhanced analysis. Well, in this scenario, EDC's features ensures proactive data integrity and query management, complemented by adverse event resolution capabilities. AI-driven analysis further fortifies this approach by identifying trends and proactively addressing potential data discrepancies. Key metrics to measure success include timely query resolution, adverse event resolution success, precision in AI identified trends, consistent data quality checks, and finally, regulatory standards adherence. So, with that, we'll move to our penultimate use case, which speaks about real time decision making with interactive insights. Now, as you would all know, the folks who are in executive as well as in operational roles, real time decision making is the cornerstone of any business. And this is where EDC's interactive reports and dashboards do play a pivotal role in facilitating real time decision making, while safety applications ensure swift responses to safety concerns. The integration of AI enhances trend identification, providing deeper insights for informed and proactive decision making. Metrics to gauge performance include speed of real time reporting, response time to safety alerts, accuracy in AI enhanced trend identification, stakeholder adoption index, and finally, continuous training initiatives. With this, we'll move to our final slide of the day, or rather, this final use case of the day, which is automated AI intake and swift response. Well, automated adverse event intake seamlessly integrates with EDC, ensuring rapid responses to protocol deviations and adverse events. The precision of AI driven predictions adds another layer of sophistication, enabling proactive measures and swift responses to potential safety issues. Metrics to monitor effectiveness encompass the automation efficiency index, timely response to adverse events, precision in AI driven analytics index, effectiveness of integrations, as well as the continuous vigilance protocols. So with this, we come to the end of our use cases slides, and it gives us a pretty good idea about all the use cases that exist in this industry and how the med devices, EDC, and the safety systems help in tackling all the challenges and everything else. With this, we'll move ahead to the benefits slide of the EDC and safety systems. What benefits do they bring to the table with their applications? Well, the integration of EDC and safety in med device trials does accelerate market entry, ensures unwavering regulatory compliances, and fosters collaborative excellence, optimizing operational efficiency for cost effective and very good outcomes. This integration not only ensures compliance, but also underscores the importance of collaborative excellence and market positioning. Okay, so that was a brief overview about the benefits that we see for EDC and safety applications. And with that, we'll move to our final slide on terms of the business perspective, which is the Cloudbyz eClinical. So once we're done with this, we'll move over to the product demo that will be taken up by Ved. But before that, I'll just take the next couple of minutes to introduce Cloudbyz eClinical solution, which is our Cloudbyz EDC and the safety PV. So while our Cloudbyz EDC enhances the clinical data collection and management through digital forms with advanced query management and SDV features, our safety solution enhances or helps in the adverse and serious adverse event data capture and processing. Overall, our solution provides you with an on-encapsulating proposition for all your med devices trials. And on the right hand side of your screen, you will see the Cloudbyz product wheel. And on the very outer rim of which, you will see the major offerings that we provide as part of our EDC and the safety solutions. Okay, so with that, we come to the end of our industry analysis and our point of views on the same. I would now hand over the stage to Ved to take forward with the product demonstration. Thank you. Ved, over to you.
Thanks, Sunir. Let me quickly share my screen. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you. Thank you, Pooja. Thanks, Sunir. That was a wonderful explanation, and I'm really looking forward to the demo. So today for the demo, we'll go over the following items. We'll look at the quick look over EDC's subject management and data entry process. And then we'll go over the adverse event reporting workflow, in which we will cover the identification and initial documentation of an adverse event as it is received, seamless transfer of adverse event data from EDC to a safety database, assessment and review in the safety database, reporting capabilities that we have in the safety system, and finally, we'll look at data review and safety monitoring. Now, let's start with the subject management and data entry process. Now, what you see on the screen is a site portal. Site portal is a platform where investigators can manage trial-related activities from patient data entry to analyzing key data for subjects, document management, which actually acts as your partner in driving successful trial outcomes. Now, let's be in the shoes of a study coordinator. Let's take a role of study coordinator who will be responsible for managing the subjects and taking care of data entry. Now, let's have a quick look at how easy it is to create and manage a subject in our EDC. Under a Studies tab, you can simply click on an Add Subject button and put in any information that you want to add for a subject. That being said, I already have some subjects pre-populated into the system. Right now, you're viewing the subjects in a tree view, which means you can see all the subjects. And if you want to drill down, you can look at the visits and the form. If you want to see subjects as an overview of their forms and statuses, you can always switch to a matrix view, where you can see the forms, ECRFs, visits, etc. Now, another option that we provide as an application is a list view that shows us the subjects as per their subject and data statuses. And if there's any open queries, that can be seen here as well. Now, for each subject, I can drill down to view all their visits, ECRFs, forms, and even their fields. Now, expanding the screening visit, I can see all the required assessment, pending ones, and completed ones. Right now, I see these 4 are completed, and vital signs is something that I'm working on right now. Let's look at some data entry. Now, putting in the data, you can always put some edit checks. For example, I have put a range of 90 to 120, and when I put 50 as my value, it throws an information or an error right now. I can bypass the validation all the time, but that being said, I can still save the form. So once I save the form, the visit is completed, and the assigned personnel responsible for data review or source data verification will be notified that there is a visit to review. Let's switch to a data monitor, a data manager's point of view. Let me switch to an internal EDC. So as a data manager, I can always review my forms that I want to internally review. So any fields that I need to source data verify or any fields that I need to review can be reviewed by click of a button. Now let's take a scenario. During a visit, a study coordinator observes that some of the patients are experiencing irregular heartbeat, or in other words, arrhythmia, as a side effect. As a study coordinator, we will now initially record the AE in the EDC system during a patient visit. Now, as you see, apart from visits, I can also track some of the important forms that the subject has to look at, such as protocol deviation, adverse event, anything raised for this particular subject. In this case, since an adverse event has occurred, I will click on the adverse event form and start filling in the information. In the scenario, we have arrhythmia as an issue. So I can always enter arrhythmia as my information, and I can put on other information such as is event ongoing, what is the severity of the event? Is it mild, severe, moderate? It's the adverse event serious. If it's yes, then it opens up serious adverse event questions, which is down here. As you see, the new form questions will open up for SAE details. And I can put in other information if the action was taken, if the adverse event was actually related to the product that was being tested on, or as per study coordinator, it is not. That can be defined as well. And since I have selected serious adverse event, I can always select more information about my SAE, such as life threatening, was it important, event covered or not covered, all of that information can be put in. Now, as soon as I save this form, EDC captures my adverse event in the system. In a typical scenario, this information would need to be manually transferred to a safety database, a process which is prone to error and delays. However, our integrated system automates this process. Now, as soon as I save this adverse event, I can see that I automatically have that adverse event in my system, in my device safety system. This is my device safety system, as you see on the screen, and all the information about the AE and even more is captured. The forms that I was filling in, which is adverse event form, is also captured in the system real time. So as you see, all the information that I put in is here. Any DD form that I would have put in my EDC system is also captured here. So as you see, the sync is real time and all thanks to Cloudbyz unified platform. That being said, let's quickly look at some of the fields or some of the details that we have about this adverse event. Here we have all the critical information that you need to track your adverse event, including reactions, and you can track which study is this adverse event raised for, who is the principal investigator, which is the site, product, patient, etc. And if you want more detailed information, you can always switch to the patient view or to a product tab. Event coding is a very crucial feature for an adverse event database. Now, since it's coming from an EDC, it is automatically populated, but there are scenarios where recoding would be required. In that case, you can always switch to a medical coding view and search the adverse event. Now, when I enter the adverse event here, the system utilizes the meta coding feature and automatically populates rest of the items. In some cases, as an end user, I might want to view the library of related codes. In that case, I can always click on the search button, enter my adverse event, and I can see the entire library out here. Labeling can also be done based on the referencing safety information, which is right here. And again, this is coming from an EDC itself. Since I marked my EDC, my adverse event as serious, this is marked as serious here, and we have an SAE date, which impacts the regulatory timelines as well. That being said, let's look at another crucial feature, which is narratives. The narrative feature which we have with this system is a game changer. So Cloudbyz system automates narrative generation, which takes a lot of times and a lot of meticulous writing to create. Now, with just one click, it automatically populates your narrative based on the predefined templates. This narrative can be updated based on few information that you want to put in, and with just a click, a well-structured, comprehensive narrative is created. Narratives can be used in study reports, regulatory submissions, and especially useful for medical reviewers and safety monitoring boards. Now, as a medical reviewer, you want all the information at your fingertips, and this is what the system gives you so well. So with just switch off tabs, you can have all the information that you need to review this particular adverse event and give your comments. So you can review specialty forms, sponsor assessment, CEC adjunctions, narratives, everything you want in just a few clicks and few seconds. Moving on, our system simplifies the complex process of regulatory reporting and electronic submissions, ensuring compliance with global regulatory standards. One of the ways of generating a report is manually clicking on the buttons that you see on the top. If I click on any of the buttons, I can generate a MedWatch, submit E2B R2, etc., etc. Also, we have something called submission rules, which can automate the entire submission generation process. All you need to do is give some criteria. So for example, in this case of submission rules, I've given from date, to date, which is my form. So we support MDCG. Apart from that, COMS, E2B, R2 XML, R3 XML, EMDR, and MedWatch, COMS, etc. In this case, I have selected MDCG. You can select a country, product type, days before due, etc., etc. Now, this is a scenario. In your use case, in your business, we could have completely different use cases, timelines, and agencies, and all of that is supported in this system, which can run global trials and global vigilance. Now, once I put up the submission rules, every 7 days, it picks up the submissions. So as you see, every 7 days, it's picking up these submissions, which can be downloaded and then submitted. Now, one more way of putting the submissions is going into the study record and generating an MDCG. Let me show you that process. As soon as I click on MDCG generation, I get to put in some further information and click on generate, and Excel is downloaded. When I switch my tab, I can see the entire report being generated in seconds. And that's a powerful tool to have. Finally, I would like to show you a very important and a crucial functionality which so many of our customers love, which is interactive reports and dashboards. Now, when you look at the dashboards, you're greeted with a comprehensive view of your adverse event data. Our dashboards are designed to be intuitive, making it easy to interpret complex data at your glance. Now, the key feature, the key word I want to use here is customization. It could be customized for your role, for your own persona, or anything, any role in the company that you want to. You can tailor these dashboards to meet your specific needs, whether it's tracking adverse event by status, whether it's tracking, serious adverse event, data quality, etc., etc. The flexibility ensures that the most relevant data is always at your fingertip. You can subscribe to this dashboard and get the notifications real time. With this, it brings me to the end of the session. I will give over to Pooja for the next steps.
Thank you so much, Ved. We'll now move over to the Q&A section. We have a couple of questions coming in, and I would just take that through. Okay, sorry, we have a raised hand from Nelango. Let me just, sorry, just give me a second. Okay. You can ask the question, Nelango.
Pooja, is he going to be typing or, because
they have raised their hands. I've just unmuted them. If you would like to talk, I think can.
No, I still.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I'm Ilango. I work for a medical device company. The system, EDC portion of this Cloudbyz is kind of new to me, but otherwise I'm known about Cloudbyz services. We use them for CTMS. So I have a few questions. But first, system as demonstrated looks very good. So my first question. So when the automation with the AI, it's all, in the demo it looks good, but once in practice when you put it, what's the confidence level with which you will say that that the automated data capture from EHS systems and whatnots are reliable?
Sure. So Nilango, right? If I'm saying it right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks, Nilango. So this demo obviously was a very short, concise demo. So just to give you guys a capacity or capabilities, possibilities. But in the same way, I was using Cloudbyz EDC and Cloudbyz, safety system. Now, both systems are in the same platform, which is built on top of Salesforce. Since I'm using the same platform, it's in the same system and it's real time. So as soon as I save a form, it can go and create the adverse event in the real time. Now, in your scenario, I just want to quickly check if do you foresee using both Cloudbyz EDC and Cloudbyz safety, or it could be some other EDC and Cloudbyz safety, or vice versa.
No, it's all good. I mean, if you manually enter, that's a different story. So the reliability is checked at least to a best degree on there. But when you capture it with AI from electronic health systems and populate summary and whatnot, and into the safety, as you mentioned, safety has ticked off the timelines for regulatory submissions and all that. So so we expect a good degree of reliability, almost 100% certainty. There may
Of
be
course.
cases where it doesn't apply, but before we tend to go submit it, there should be a good review done before that automated response is taken off and submitted. So we can always correct it, but that becomes another layer of burden for us, right? So that's when has the system been validated for confidence level with which we can reliably take that information and then move on with the submission and then come back and revisit. So I don't know. I don't know whether Cloudbyz has done any assessment on that.
Sure, Nilango. I would love to take you offline, connect with you on a separate call and go over that. I have some good
Sure.
information for you. We obviously do a lot of work before even we go live. So that means we capture requirements, we do a lot of mapping, we do a lot of testing validation before even we go live. So if you don't mind, let's catch up, offline.
So,
Yeah.
Let us walk you through the entire use case and the process that we follow to validate systems
Yeah.
and our customers and how they're doing it. We'd love to walk you
Yeah.
through different use cases.
yeah, so I would just like to add to what Ved said. Hey, Nilango, Tunit this side. So essentially,
Hey.
we have an extraction tool called Clean Extract AI, which is which is part of our clinical wave.ai platform. The accuracy level right now, or the confidence level, as they say, is near to around 80 to 85%. And although it's a pretty recent launch that we have done just a few months back, and we are constantly improving and evolving with the more number of data sets and the files that we are receiving from our clients, and the various pilots that we are doing. But again, as I said, as Ved said, rather, like, if you need more information, we would be happy to get on a call and bring in our AI experts, and we can give you a
Sure.
much
I
answer.
was going to ask Mehta to give me a demo of the EDC. I think when we started the collaboration with Cloudbyz, we did see that bit, but not to the depth because our focus at the time was CTMS. So anyway, so I will follow up with Mehta about that as well. So now my next question, I don't want to hog this Q&A session myself. One more question and I'll stop unless I have something else to intervene with others' question. I'll tag along. So my question is, it's I mean, this EDC you mentioned, it captures with using AI technology and integrates with different
Same.
sources like DICOM and all that, right? So
Mhm.
I didn't hear whether integration with EHS systems is capable or enabled in this system. So because I mean more and more systems are coming now, and actually more and more sites only engage sponsors whose EDC system uses EHS data capture only. There is no manual data entries. There are few sites that I know that allows only that kind of sponsored studies. So is this system one like that can completely pull data from EHS systems and populate the forms and etc.? No? Yes?
Ved,
Yes.
would you be taking it? Sure.
Yeah. Yes, yes, Nilango, we can do it. So our system will integrate with the EHS and data will flow from EHS via integration itself. So it could be
Okay.
real time, again, depending on the exposure of data from the other end. But yeah, we have often seen use cases where we do it real time.
So
And the
is that
validation you did ask,
yeah, go on.
sorry,
No, go
you did
on.
ask validations last time. So yes, validations will also be done during the integration process itself.
Okay.
Sorry.
So that means I understand that so the integration will be customized. It's not already built in the system, say, hey, pick these systems, I will complete this. Okay, the integration is already built in. Not
So
like that, right? You customize it, right?
yes, so the platform that we use has a fantastic integration, one of the best in the world, integration capacity. That being said,
Okay.
we also have to look at the other side and see what data we get from there. We have to map it and make sure we populate the right field. So yes, there would be a bit of work required. It won't be, I would not comment in right now, but yes, you're right. We have to do a little bit of work before we have it in the system and validate it.
So I'm not from the site side. I don't know how many different variants of HSS are available there. I wouldn't expect it more than a handful. I mean, the best ones, of course. So why wouldn't that be possible to provide that in a pick and choose? Okay, these are all the systems from where our data would come from my site. So then I should be able to configure that prior to go live and things like that. Is that not possible, or is it because there is way too many players there with the EHS system, so it's impossible?
That is one of the reasons. Yes. Apart from that, yes, the business requirements are
Okay.
always complex, which means some different companies requires different kind of integration, fields and all those things. So it's a little complicated to just generalize it and create in the out of the box offering. That being said, that's a good point. Why don't we let me talk to my team and bring that up if we can at
Okay.
least find top 5, top 3 of them, and that's a good point. Yeah, I'll definitely think about it with the
Okay.
team.
Thank you. Sorry if I took a little longer.
No, no,
Okay.
that was wonderful. That really creates value for us in this discussion. Thank you so much. And I would love to speak to you. Veda is also on the call, so we would love to speak to you, separately offline and discuss more on this.
Sure. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Nalango. The questions are definitely thought-provoking. We'll take this offline for sure. We'll send out an email and we'll schedule available time with you.
Sure. Welcome.
And we also have more questions coming up. A first question is also around, so can you explain how the site portal feature in EDC enhances collaboration between research sites and sponsors? Would you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So as I was showing you guys, right, in the beginning, the site portal, which is a fantastic partner, especially for sponsors and CROs. So site portal provides a user-friendly interface, as you saw, right? It fosters a seamless communication and collaboration. Now, which makes sure that the efficient information is exchanged real time between sites and sponsors, sites and CROs. And that is, how we can take care of the fantastic communication between sites and sponsors.
Great. Next question is, how does the integration between the EDC and safety systems benefit, the workflow?
Yeah, as I was mentioning right earlier, that in this demo, yes, we are using the same platform, which is Cloudbyz EDC, same tools on this built on the same platform, which is Cloudbyz EDC and safety. So that is how the system is integrated. But at the same time, we obviously also can integrate with other tools outside in the real time. We have APIs available that can transfer the information in real time from different systems to these systems, and which obviously the idea is to reduce manual efforts and enhance the overall data quality and management efficiency.
Okay, great. The next one is, what are the key advantages of using dynamic auto labeling in the safety system?
Right. So dynamic auto labeling improves efficiency by automating, generating labels is a complicated, or I would say a time-taking process. So it automates it based on evolving data. Again, it reduces the manual workload and ensures accuracy, which is so important in the case of labeling.
Okay.
And obviously, I'm keeping my answer short, guys. Sorry, there's so many questions. In case you want to know more, please reach out to us. I would love to walk you through the entire functionality, how we start from labeling an EDC and how we end up, getting it into the safety system and how it's automated. Sorry, Pooja, just wanted to add that.
Absolutely. And if you would like to schedule a demo with us, you can shoot out an email to us at info@cloudbyz.com, and we'll reach out to you very soon.
Yes.
All right. The next question is, Can you elaborate on the benefits of automated AE intake in the safety system? Wait, do you want to take this one?
Sure. So automated AE intake, right? So what happens is we have seen when the AE is raised at the EDC end, the process of putting it into the safety system is always disoriented or disconnected. We have seen so much of error, so much of time it takes, and it's a crucial time when AE has to be real time, reported into the safety system, and that's where our system is such a useful tool. So it can accelerate the reporting timeline, it can reduce data errors, and that's a game changer for a lot of our customers.
Okay, great. I hope that answers this query. The next one is how is medical coding handled in both EDC and safety systems, and is it synchronized?
Yeah, indeed. As I showed you, right? So so we use a medical coding feature, which is built on top of, Medra codes and also HODT codes, which is industry standard, as you know. Now, what happens is if I do medical coding within the EDC system, it automatically moves over to the safety system, as we saw in the demo. We don't really have to do it again. Now, in some cases, yes, recoding might be required, and that there is a feature I was showing you in the demo itself to do it in the safety system. But that being said, once you do a medical coding, which is powered by Medra codes and HODT codes and any other library that you want to use, you don't have to do that again within the safety system.
Thanks, Faith. I hope that answers the question. Are there specific AI, ML, and NLP features incorporated into the EDC and safety systems?
Yes, and I know I was not able to actually show you guys any AIML feature today because the nature of the demo was how EDC and safety integrates. That being said, yes, we have so many AI use cases and features in the system. For example, we can enhance the data processing, automate labeling using AI ML, and for narratives writing also we can use AI ML features, and for medical reviewing as well. One of the most interesting use case, which is again not in the safety but in the pharmacovigilance, which is post market, is any cases that you receive from anywhere in the world or anywhere out there, that can automatically populate the adverse event record in the system using the AI ML tool that we have. So interesting use cases. I mean, I need more time with you guys, everyone here, to walk you through the entire AIML, journey that we have with this EDC, safety, even CTMS, etc.
Absolutely. And again, I think to see the detailed demo, please let us know. You can shoot out an email to us at info@cloudbyz.com. Yeah, so the next question is how is the implementation of EDC managed across different countries or regions?
Yes, so the platform that we use, right, that we have built EDC on, which is a fantastic Salesforce platform, is built to run global studies, which means global applicability. And our team ensures that the study is, or the EDC that we have implemented is tailored to approach and accommodate any regulatory variations and language considerations. We have multiple examples with our customers running studies across the world, Europe, Japan, US, in the same system. So yes, we can do that, and our team is built to take care of that.
Okay, I hope that answers the question. The next one is around the pricing. So can you provide insights into the pricing structure of the EDC and safety systems with Tunir?
Yeah, I can take it, Puneer. Yeah. So that's a discussion we can definitely have, guys. But I would love to talk to you in person, one-on-one. You can definitely reach out to us, and we can provide you a customized quote based on your specific needs and requirements. So yeah, I hope you reach out to us, and then we can talk about it.
Right. And then the last question, what are the capabilities of interactive reports and dashboards in both EDC and safety systems?
Yes, I know. I just briefly showed you guys how the safety, how the reporting and dashboard works, but it provides real-time insights. Now you can, as an end user, you can visualize and analyze data trends, enhance data decision-making processes across EDC and safety platform. One of the other things I could not touch, and again, as I was saying, we barely scratched the surface with this demo, with just a very high level and so many things we can do, is signal management. We can also take care of that, signal detection itself. So if any of the use cases have that as a requirement, we can take care of that too.
Okay, great. And I think that concludes all the questions were asked. For any detailed information on pricing and to look and detailed please feel free to reach out to us at info@cloudbyz.com, and we can schedule a one-on-one session and take you through all your queries. So as we approach the conclusion of today's webinar, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to our speakers and all of you for your active participation. Thank you so much for your time and your active participation. Before we wrap up, remember to look out for a follow-up email containing the webinar recording, additional resources, and ways to stay connected with our community. Also, please keep an eye on our website for updates on future webinars and events. Thank you once again for being a part of this insightful journey. And until next time, wish you a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Will you make your recording available to us?
Yes, absolutely. We'll be emailing the recording.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.